And this next one will be I Cry For You by Arthur Freed, Gus Arnheim, and Abe Lyman.
Hey, great playing, man. What a hip way to do more ornithology.
Yeah.
That's super hip. That's very cool. You know, man, you're doing so many great things. You know, I'm just gonna make some really small things for you to think about. You know, your sound is killer. You know what would be really even more better? A different thing to think about. You got to get your air in your lower abdomen. Like you very upper chest breathe. I mean, terrible with my English. Get the air in your lower gut. One thing you can do. I went to my fiance had surgery a couple of years ago, and I went to UCSF for like this surgery prep thing or whatever. And it was funny because they show you how to like breathe, you know, different types of breathing. And they do this thing with their patients where they put their hands like on their chest, one on the top, one on the bottom, and you actually practice in front of a mirror getting your lower, you know, your hand to move out and in. If you did that, dude, you would be sick. Because your sound would be like 3 times as full. I'm not saying loud, I'm saying full. It will fill up everything, and then I put down here that, make sure you blow through your really involved lines. So it's kind of like this and conversation, and you kind of lose track of what I'm saying, right? So, because you're doing all this hip stuff, but you kind of got to just flow through it. So man, if you get the air in your lower abdomen, you're going to be killing it. Because you're already doing so many great, you have such a hip group you're playing with. And check out the changes a little bit at the end of ornithology. Sometimes when you're in your cadence, it's just, step away from that really hip note. But you got some really great ideas going on. You guys really get it. So it's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Joel, really enjoyed, I enjoy the whole group. I think you have a really strong rhythm section backing you up. And, not all the students that come in to play have that kind of wonderful support that you've got here. I mean, it's just terrific. I can't say enough about it. When it comes to your soloing, I'd encourage you to study the harmonic structures in even more detail. And there's something about that. It's just strange. When we as jazz musicians start trying to get outside the changes and play outside, there's something about the guys who play outside but they don't know the harmonic structure as well. There's something about it where they just sound like they're kind of floundering a little bit. Where the guys who really know the harmonic structure and they're playing outside, they just sound better. And I think the key is like flying an airplane. You fly an airplane, and all of a sudden you decide, hey, I'm going to do a bunch of loop-de-loops and barrel rolls, and I'm even going to buzz this barn over here. And that's fun, it's like playing outside the changes, but you got to land the plane too without crashing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you start getting outside like that, knowing the harmonic structure so well that you can land the plane, so to speak, without crashing, that's what really makes it exciting, okay? So I love what you're doing. Obviously, you have studied the harmonic structure. Just do it in even more detail, okay?
Okay.
Do you use like guide tones sometimes? Like when you maybe like an arrival tone for you? Because I think it's you like I said, you said that's a great that's a great analogy. But we did that a little while ago. But like I think if you just have like a guide tone for what you want to end with, like not that playing the same, but just having a really like when you drive. You don't just get in your car and just start driving and turning randomly. You have an exact destination of where you're going, right? So maybe if you gave yourself a couple of stops on the way, you kind of keep yourself in check, and then you could, maybe that'll help you. Like I sometimes start with like where not to play, like where don't you play, like you got to play across all the cadences, right? By all the 5 to 1s, or then anytime you see the 4th movement, but then maybe start there and work your way out. Maybe I don't know. But man, you're doing some great. It's great. It's a killer group. You guys should play another 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'd love to. Anything else? Give Joel another hand.